Over the past years, Realme started using the Snapdragon 720G from Realme 6 Pro to Realme 7 Pro, and now on the Realme 8 Pro. But this time, the Realme 8 Pro doubled its megapixel of its main sensor. But the question is, can the Snapdragon 720G still catch up on the bigger 108 megapixel main sensor? Mabuhay Manila, this is Pope from ManilaShaker.com, and this is our camera review of the Realme 8 Pro. The Realme 8 Pro is equipped with 4 lenses on the rear, 108 megapixel f1.9 main cam, which is backed with a Samsung industry lead HM2 camera sensor. Next is the 8 megapixel f2.3 ultra-wide, together with 2 megapixel f2.4 for the depth and the macro sensors. Starting with the main cam, it uses 9-in-1 pixel binning and it is pixeled down to 12 megapixel to save space and to make the shot more brighter and detailed as well. On our first set of pictures, we can see that images show vibrant colors, good details, and sharp results. With HDR off, colors are still good but shadows are deep, resulting in fewer details. Also, highlights are a bit blown out, but with HDR on, colors are a bit boosted and blacks are now lifted and the highlights now are balanced. And as we zoom in, as you can notice, the details are now visible. Because of the HM2 camera sensor, details are still visible no matter what the lighting environment is. This is because the HM2 leverages the full 108 megapixel resolution to take highly detailed photographs for better results. Turning AI enhancement on, colors pop, resulting in a more vibrant image, and it also adds a warm tone. But blacks are deep, resulting in fewer details on the image. But all in all, picture quality is okay. Now taking photos at low light, outputs are grainy but colors and details are visible. Snapping with night mode on takes around 2 seconds and 3 to 4 seconds to process the output. But on the processing pace, you can move your device already, unlike other smartphones that you have to hold your device steady. Results are okay and exposure is lifted, although oftentimes outputs tends to have softness, but overall it does a pretty decent job. Now heading to its 8 megapixel ultra-wide, the first thing I noticed is the colors. Unlike the vibrant colors on the main cam, the ultra-wide results in a more saturated output, but depending on the scenery. If you are placed on a location that the sun is being blocked, it outputs true-to-life colors and detailed images. But once the sky's highlights are so bright, colors are now saturated and it introduces color fringing as well, although it is not that noticeable. Now taking photos on low light with the 8 megapixel ultra-wide, the results are soft and grainy as well. Though turning night mode on enhances the exposure and shows more colors, but the result is still the same, soft and grainy image. Now heading to the portrait mode with the help of the 2 megapixel f2.4 depth sensor, the results are pretty much great. Subject to background separation is accurate, color reproduction is good, and the highlights don't tend to blow out. Now heading for its 2 megapixel macro, outputs are okay, details are visible as well, but there is some noticeable distortions. So if you are going to do some macro photography, I would suggest go for the 3x zoom, as it shoots even closer and shows good colors and details than the 2 megapixel macro, plus the bokeh is more realistic. Switching to its front cam, it has a punch hole cutout that houses a 16 megapixel selfie camera, and it outputs true-to-life colors. Highlights blow out a bit but not too much. As for video recording, the Realme 8 Pro can record videos up to 4K at 30 FPS, which means it can be used for advanced editing and shooting high-quality videos. It can also shoot 1080p at 60 FPS and 1080p at 30 FPS. Exposure value is great, it is balanced, and it doesn't have a drastic change in highlights and shadows. For selfie video, it also has the same exposure value and no noticeable drastic change in its exposure. It also comes with Ultra Steady mode, which is available only in 1080p at 60 FPS and Ultra Steady Max at 1080p at 30 FPS. Realme 8 Pro comes with tons of camera features as well. If you decided to shoot a short film of your own with this device, there is a movie mode which acts as a pro mode for video recording. It also has a tilt shift, dual view mode, 1080p slow motion up to 480 fps, and 720p up to 960 fps. The neon portrait and dynamic bokeh that adds a stylish bokeh on your portrait photos. And lastly is the starry mode, but for photo. It will take 5 minutes to capture a photo using starry mode. Overall, the 108 megapixel main cam of the Realme 8 Pro outputs good quality photos, thanks to the HM2 camera sensor, which helps on processing photos on whatever lighting environment you're at for better results. It also comes with tons of features that are useful and for entertainment. Although it lacks some features that are available on entry-level smartphones, but still, those features that comes with the device is pretty handy. For the price of 16,990 pesos, there is still some values worth mentioning on other aspects of this device like the Super AMOLED display, 50 watts fast charging, and its performance. So that is the camera performance of the Realme 8 Pro. What do you think about the quality of the 108 megapixel main sensor? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, stay tuned to our channel as we will also make a gaming review of this device. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you will be updated with our future contents. Also, don't forget to visit manila-shaker.com for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest device. Once again, this is Pope, and mabuhay Manila!